I need a line again, please.
We're nearing the end of our second day now of trainings, drills, discussions and sharing of information in preparation for our arrival in the search and rescue area north of Libya tomorrow morning. We have some new crew members on board, both on the MSF team and also on the SOS team, and so these trainings such as basic life support, mass casualty simulation, stretcher drills, also drills in the water where we simulate all kinds of different scenarios. So we've been doing them all together as a new team, and we have all of the main ones covered now, so that in the event of a rescue tomorrow or the following day that we're well prepared. We still have a lot to discuss, we still have a lot to cover, and we'll continue to work hard over the coming days. In a recent rescue, I was working as the triage nurse, which means that I am standing close to the boat landing and I'm assessing the physical condition of everybody as they come on board and identifying any medical needs, and then prioritising patient care as well in terms of the medical needs, if it's urgent, if it can wait a while, if it's something that can wait until the next day. So I noticed one little girl came on board, and she was limping as she came on board, and so at the time it was quite busy at the boat landing, so I put a band on her which would indicate to the medical team that we need to see her after the rescue is complete. I noticed she went to sing with the women. There were women in the shelter and a lot of them were very overwhelmed and joyful having been rescued, and she was singing and dancing with them in the shelter, and then after some time she collapsed and she was in desperate pain. So we brought her into the clinic with her older sister who was travelling with her. Initially it took a little while for us to find out what was wrong with her, but then she showed us her legs and she had very severe burns on both her left and right upper thigh. There were very severe burns and they were 6 days old, so they were quite dirty at this point as well. She didn't have any dressings on them or anything. When we spoke to herself and her sister, we learnt that she had been assaulted, so she arrived here with these desperate burns and also very affected after the sexual assault. So we were able to put our care package into action. So we began to, initially we treated the burns. They were quite severe, so this took quite a while. We gave her some painkillers, and then after an hour we were able to begin debriding or cleaning the wound, and then dressing the wounds as well. Meanwhile, we offered psychological support to both herself and her sister, who was also with her in the detention centre. It was a desperate case, and it highlights the terrible situation that young girls and that women of all ages are faced with on this really difficult, long and difficult journey in their countries of origin, on the journey across the desert and also in Libya.